Yes, people, what's going on? Jay from the Hotspur Cave here. Welcome back to the Hotspur Cave. You know what I'm saying? Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Like I said, we're on the road to 100 subs. We're going to run it up. And I'm going to keep telling you, lot, like the video, blood. Like the video because it's free. And like I said, we all love free content. So look, Spurs versus Wolves, Sunday, tomorrow. Boy, I'm not confident. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not confident at all. You know, Wolves, they're a good side. They're a well-oiled side. Yes, they don't have any Cunha. I know he has received a 5-match ban for something. I don't know what it was that he did, but he received a 5-match ban. However, I'm still not filled with overwhelming confidence, man. And I'm gonna tell you lot why as we get into the video. So please make sure you subscribe, like. I want to see score predictions in the comments. So please drop a comment. Let me know your score prediction. Or if you just want to tell me I'm a negative Spurs fan, that's okay too. We don't mind. So drop your comments down below. So let's get into it. Guys, 9 losses out of 18 games. I'm going to keep saying it for those of you that don't know. We are really, really struggling for form right now. We're struggling for consistency. Yes, we do have loads of injuries. However, I refuse to use that as an excuse because that's what the transfer window is for. The transfer window is to bring in players to rectify these issues, such as the injuries. So, for me personally, I'm not going to sit here and use injuries as an excuse. And I don't want any other Tottenham fans to use injuries as an excuse. Do you understand? So, what can we expect to see? Well, if I'm being honest, I expect us to probably dominate a lot of the ball. We do genuinely tend to dominate the football when we're at home. But it's not about dominating the ball, it's about what you do with it. And look, there's a few players who I think really need to put on a performance today, Son being one of them. You know, he's meant to be our captain, and he's been very quiet for large parts of the season. Large parts of the season. So for me, I think today is the day we need to see something from Son. Son needs to step up. You know, he needs to kick on from now. I think as well, guys, tell me if you agree with me, but I think Ange is finally under a bit of pressure now. I think, look, he can win us a cup all he likes, but he will still get sacked because we know Daniel Levy values league position. He values league position, and we're not in a good position in the league right now. We're 11 points off of Nottingham Forest, 11 points off Nottingham Forest, and we're in December, guys. December. It's not good enough. For me, it's not good enough at all, man. We're really, 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 really struggling, and this Wolves game is massive. I think he genuinely might lose his job if we get pasted tomorrow. If Wolves come to the lane and put us to the sword, I think questions will really start being asked. And I've learned to kind of accept, look, me sitting here asking what more do you guys want before we sack this guy isn't going to change anything. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, let him hang himself. Let him finish himself off. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna complain no more. I'm not calling for the manager to be sacked. I'm not doing none of it because I've started to realize that as Tottenham fans, I think a lot of you guys have been brainwashed into thinking that a fancy style of football is more important than finishing in a good position in the league and winning a cup. So, enough about Ange. I want to get on to my predicted 11. I don't think we're going to see much change. You know what I'm saying? It looks like Timo Werner's kind of been shunned out of the squad, which is a good thing. You know, I think Ange has kind of finally realised the mistake that he's made with Werner. So I'm not really expecting much rotation. We now have no Jed Spence for 3 games. I think he got a straight red. So yeah, 3 games, no Jed Spence. Thanks a fucking lot, Jed. So in goal, Fraser Forster. We know, Vicario's out until about February, so it's going to be Fraser Forster every week. Left back, I'm expecting to see Udogie. Again, for me, Udogie has been really, really, really poor this season. It hasn't been good enough. You know, it has not been good enough. And for me, if he doesn't kick on this second half of the season, I think we should cash in on him. We'll probably get a decent amount, maybe 40, 50, maybe upwards of 60 million just because of his age and how long he's got left on his contract. Centre back, we know Dragusin and Gray will be, and I want to touch on that quickly on Archie Gray because I see a report come out this morning that Spurs have been very impressed with Archie Gray's performances at centre back, and because of this, they may not be looking to add a centre back to the squad in January. They're laughing in our faces, you lot. They're laughing in our faces, bro. What do you mean you're not going to bring a centre back in January when we're struggling? We're struggling. Van de Ven can't stay fit. Romero can't stay fit. So what do you mean, that we're not bringing in a centre back in January? Archie Gray is not a centre back, and I will continue to sing this. I will continue to sing it until people realise, bro, the guy isn't a centre back. He isn't a centre back. So I'm not sitting here putting centre back expectations on a midfielder. Do you know what I'm saying? Moving on to right back, Pedro Porro is probably going to come in, because now we've got no Spence. The midfield, I think he's going to go with Bissouma, Bentancur, and Madders. I think that's probably going to be our midfield three. Bentancur, it's good. Like I said, it's good to have him back from the suspension, but I feel like he needs to kind of play himself into form because he hasn't really had a consistent run of games. I don't think I've seen Bentancur have 5 to 7 games of just consistent football at this football club for a while. So it'll be nice to see Bentancur back in that starting 11. I think he was all right against Forest. I don't think he was bad, but again, like I said, I'm not going to put too much expectation on him when the guy has barely got any minutes in a Spurs shirt this season. So moving on to the front three, I'm expecting Dom Solanke up front again. I need to see more from him. It's all fun. It's all well and good scoring in the cup games and whatnot, but the league needs to be your bread and butter. You need to be putting in performances in the league, Dom. And I'm patient. I'm being patient with you because I know there's a player in there. You know what I mean? I know he's a good striker. He's a capable striker. And he can do a job at Tottenham, right? But again, we just need to see that. He needs to show us that. Son on the left, like I said at the start of the video, boy, Son's on thin ice with me. He is on thin ice with me. He really needs to click. He's the captain. If you're not going to lead by, being vocal and being loud on the pitch, at least lead by example. We're not even seeing that with Sonny, and that's a problem for me, personally. That's a big, big, big problem. On the right, hear me out, guys. I don't think Brennan Johnson's going to start. I think he was poor against Nottingham Forest. I think he doesn't take on his man enough. That is my biggest issue with Brennan Johnson. I want direct wingers. I don't want wingers that are going to cut back inside and pass it back or take too many touches and run the ball out of play or go down with the slightest bit of contact. No, I want my wingers to be attacking and to get at their fullback, cause problem. Because Wolves can be got at, They are a well-oiled team, a well-drilled team, but they can be got at and we can get 3 points here. And we need 3 points. I'm not accepting anything other than 3 points tomorrow. Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's my 11. I think the bench is pretty much the same as it is every week. We don't have any quality coming off the bench. So like I said, I'm not even going to really talk too much on the bench, And, mate, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, this is your chance to show that you know how to manage a game of football. You're dancing on the edge, man. And I'm telling you, guys won't want to admit it, and no one wants to admit it. But if we slip any further down the table, whether you Ange Inns like it or not, he's going to get sacked. He's going to get sacked. And the thing is, I like Ange. I want him to do well. I want him to win us a cup. You know what I'm saying? I want him to bring success to this football club. Yeah. However, it doesn't look like he's doing that at the moment. And I can't see a world where we are successful under a manager who has one style of football, you know, and has the level of recruitment that he has, because the recruitment has been poor. And this style of football, it's not even about conceding goals and whatnot. Look at our injury list. These players cannot sustain this style of football for 90 minutes, 3 games a week. It just doesn't work. And you will burn these players out. And that is what I really think has started to happen. I feel like these players have started to burn out, you know? So look, my score prediction, I'm not confident for a win, but I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs anyways. I think maybe we can get 3 points. You know, maybe we can get 3 points based off of the fact that, look, Wolves, they're a good side, but they're not a great side. You know what I mean? And I just think over the course of 90 minutes, we might end up getting the better of them. So, guys, let me know your score predictions in the comments. Let me know what you think about Ange. Do you think it's time to get rid of him? And also, let me know who you guys think Tottenham should bring in January. I want to see some names in the comments. Give me some names on who you think we can bring into January, in the January window, to bolster and strengthen the squad. So, guys, look, if you're new round here, and I've got to get nice and close so you guys can look at my face. Look at my face. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bloody like button. It's free. You know what I'm saying? Road to 100 subs. Guys, like I said, it's been a pleasure talking to you lot. I'm going to catch you lot in the next video. Levy out, Ange out. Come on, you Spurs. Bosh.